Hey folks, Nathan here from Star Wars Beyond the Films, the Star Wars Timeline Gold, and the Star Wars Reports Rebels Roundtable, bringing you a look at some more of the X-Wing miniatures game materials from Fantasy Flight Games. This time we're taking a look at Wave 5, which is kind of interesting because it's only two products. It's the YT-2400 Freighter, and it is the VT-49 Decimator, which we'll be looking at in a separate video here. Yes, there's a Millennium Falcon, or a YT-1300 in the background. There's a reason for that. We will come back to it. This time I want to take a look at the YT-2400 Freighter, also known to many as the Outrider, of course, from Shadows of the Empire, Dash Rendar's ship. But of course this can be used with any number of pilots, for the moment actually more like just 4, but can be used to represent something other than Dash actually flying it, so of course it is listed as a generic on the box. And you notice here, size-wise, box-wise, there is somewhat of a difference. You can barely see it here. We'll be taking a look at size differences, in particular, between these products and their prices in the next video, the one about the Decimator. So let's take a look at what you've got in this one. Now, the YT-2400, very cool model here. The miniature model, whatever you want to call it. Very nicely done. All sides painted very well. Size-wise, one of the things that everybody's comparing this to at this point is the Millennium Falcon, or the YT-1300. I brought it out here for comparison. There is a ginormous difference, so to speak, in the sizes between these two. They do use the same size bases, and you could make the argument that turned sideways they're closer in size, but still, the YT-1300 is significantly larger and is going to require more storage space, at least by a little bit, than the YT-2400. Now this comes, of course, with your special little rule packet that includes a new mission, Get In, Get Out, and then we have our maneuver dial, 4 ship cards, 3 of which are unique, 1 of which is not. We have Dash Rendar, of course, his co-pilot droid Lebo from Shadows of the Empire and elsewhere, Eden Vril, his Nautilin co-pilot from, for instance, Shadow Games, and then we have Wild Space Fringer as our generic this time. Our ship tokens, of course, we have Dash Rendar on one side, Eden Vril on the other. We have Lebo on one side with Wild Space Fringer on the other. We do have, because of its abilities, a couple of reference cards, Boost Action, and Ion Token, which we've seen over and over and over again. And then we've got 13 different upgrade cards. We have Lone Wolf, Stay on Target, Dash Rendar here is a crew member rather than the pilot. Lebo, same thing, as a crew member rather than a pilot. We do not get one of Eden Vril like that, however. Gunner, Mercenary co-pilot. Lando Calrissian as a crew member, which is kind of cool. We have our unique title here, or name, for the Outrider. It is the only title that we get in this case. Proton rockets, heavy laser cannon, countermeasures, and another countermeasures before our last, also unique, experimental interface. Once I had the proof of purchase there, of course, then we have all of our different tokens here. These are unique to this specific set of missions. They are mission tokens called cache tokens. Basically, they all look like this on one side, and you have something or nothing on the reverse. There are also these new, essentially, debris cloud tokens, or obstacle tokens here. These are basically made up of images of destroyed Imperial ships and all. 3 of those with 5 shield tokens, 1 focus token, 2 ion tokens, and 1 of what I refer to a lot of times as a critical hit token, but actually a stress token here. A nice package, a cool new ship, especially if you want to run something that perhaps has the Millennium Falcon with the Outrider fighting together, which would be kind of a neat scenario there. But from the standpoint of price, I would say that this is the one that is the most cost-effective out of the 2 from Wave 5. And yes, Wave 5 only has 2. This sucker, retail is going to run you basically $30. I got mine on Miniature Market, wound up being basically $20. But again, a little bit more of an investment in this than in, say, one of the smaller ships. But this technically qualifies as their large size, even though, remember, with Epic being even bigger, this is basically the medium category of their ships. That's a quick look at the Outrider. We'll be taking a look at the V-49 Decimator in our next video.